talk about our done-for-you domain authority stacking product. So this webinar, as I tried to make aware in the groups, this is not DAS training. That is something that you have to go through Jimmy Kelley through Network Empire for, or Director's Cut. They have excellent training. That's their specialties, and we actually have links to both locations on our actual sales page. We recommend everybody learn DAS at some point, at least the basics, so you know what the heck's going on in the background. Because those of you who do know about DAS, it's extremely powerful. It's absolutely amazing. However, it can take quite a while to master, and it's very time-consuming, which is why we also have a limit at the end of this when we direct you all to the sales page, only 20 DAS orders. We have another product we'll talk about later that we can take a lot more orders on, less time-consuming. However, the DAS stacks themselves, we just want to make sure we provide the utmost of quality for everybody who signs up.
And just so you know, they are being handmade. It's not, there's no automated tools or anything like that that's being used. I'm creating them by hand, doing all the links. It's all, that's why it's, you can only do so many. Otherwise, like I'm like a hamster on a wheel otherwise, creating all these. So.
Yeah, absolutely. This is all stuff that we've met with Jimmy Kelley and gone over what we're doing in detail, and he says, yeah, absolutely, you guys are doing it right, you're killing it. So that's why we have that endorsement, because they want the DAS product to remain quality. Don't want anybody screwing up some sites because they implemented DAS wrong and everybody thinks DAS is bad, because that's not the case. It is something you can't screw up a site if you don't know what you're doing. So just a little FYI there. All right, so let's get started here. We have, let's see, go through some slideshows here. I just kind of created these on a whim in the last couple hours. Again, just been a really nasty day, sick family. So just bear with us. So who is DFYDAS, Done For You DAS? These crazy dudes. Yeah, Steven hasn't seen any of these slides yet, so we got to have fun.
That's funny.
This is us, oh gosh, about 6 or 7 years ago, New Year's. So yours truly, here we are. We're madmen. So let's go into why DAS and why DAS is awesome. And actually, Steven, I'll go through some of these slides and I'll let you actually talk about the nitty-gritty of this stuff, since this is you're the beast on this. I'm still getting better and better with the DAS. My education is still increasing, but Steven, he's the man with the plan and the man behind the scenes doing all the work. So he's the one hand making all of your stuff, and I've been hiring him to do it for a few months now, and I couldn't think of anybody else better to do it. So go ahead, Steve.
All right, so why DAS? So I mean, domain authority stacking it's really a powerful method that Jimmy Kelley and Network Empire really pioneered. And if you've gone through the course, he talks about he saw this coming, several years back, and taking a look at the linking structures of really powerful sites, why they were ranking so well, and a lot of it has to do with diversification. Like as OMGers, a lot of times we've been using WordPress-based sites, and there's nothing wrong with PBNs. PBNs are absolutely fantastic, and they actually work very, very well with domain authority stacking, which Greg Morrison and Jimmy Kelley have been partnering up on a lot of larger national stuff, and they've been using PBNs and DAS in tandem. So they definitely, those two work really well hand in hand. But one of the things with DAS is you get a lot of diversification as far as like your footprint. You're getting links from blog sites, from bookmarkings, a whole bunch of different platforms. So it's not just like you have a 50 PBN system and all of them are coming from WordPress, right? That does not look natural. So
yeah.
So yeah, was that Gregory?
No, it's Jamal.
Oh, Jamal.
That's
okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I just muted him.
Oh, no. Yeah, no. Hey, I appreciate the yeah. No, that's good. No, that's awesome. So
Jamal knows what's up.
He does know what's up. He's a good guy. So DAS is not a couple things. It's not pillowing. It's not a link wheel. It's not tiered linking, right? So when it's done safely, which Jimmy looked at our strategies, our linking, our anchor text ratios, all that stuff, it's very safe when used correctly, and it looks very, very natural. So you're not seeing a massive like footprint that Google's gonna be able to smack you on. And by the way, when we're doing our mapping system and we're doing our linking, I'm building out different patterns for everyone. You're going to get a fresh pattern than anyone else. So we're not trying to leave a footprint. We're going to keep a very, very high level of delivery and safety for you. So sustainable and expandable. I mean, we offer two different packages for our system. We offer kind of like we call it the DAS Rocket, and then the DAS Nuke, which is the bigger one. So whatever I guess the competition level that you're at, we have a package that can really help you. And one of the things that you do get from us is you're going to get a ton of different. You're going to get the links, the URL. And logins for all of the accounts that you're creating. So you're gonna be able to go in and add information to them, backlink those, the tier 3 or tier 4, with any like RankWiz or FCS or Money Robot, any of those other things. And then natural, again, we're just looking for diversification. And I guess in the next slide, what does DAS equal when implemented properly?
Yeah, we'll get there in just a second. Actually, Steve, we just got a question that hits perfectly from Stephen McTaggart. If we get your service for a few months and cancel, do you take down the stacks or do they remain in place?
Nope.
So the DAS product itself is actually a one-time fee. It's not a monthly fee, although we do have an installment plan option, which we'll talk about later. And no, that's part of the sustainability. We create your entire stack, and then we give you all of the access to those properties, the login and passwords that we're linking to.
So
that way later on you can do whatever you want. You can add more links later. You can it's all yours to manage however you want, or change the linking structure. That's on you. So and then natural, of course. Again, PBNs are actually absolutely incredible. I got my start with just PBNs only, and started making some great money. But I think in the long run, you got to be more careful with PBNs, obviously, which you guys know, footprints, because you have a website that has maybe 10 amazing PBNs pointing to it, all WordPress based, but there's no social signals coming to it either. There's no other 2.0 platforms or discussions out in the world. This doesn't really make sense. So that's why this combined with PBNs is extremely powerful, because you're getting tens of thousands of dollars worth of backlinks on the cheap. Most of all of our properties are linking to your money sites are minimum of 53 domain authority, Stephen, up to 100.
That's the lowest one that I'm using in the stack, and the reason I use a 53, Jimmy Kelley is recommending like a 62 to 64 right now. I've got a couple 53s in there that I use because they offer some like RSS integration, and they kind of mash a whole bunch of stuff together. So, but yeah, the majority of the profiles you're going to be getting are 70 and above. I mean, you're talking some really high domain authority stuff. And I've been scouring the internet past 8 months as I've been developing my DAS skill set, and we found some unique hub sites that allow you to really stack your Web 2.0 social properties together and really just make it this huge like party of domain authority and link tree sharing. So we got some really cool properties, and we're very, very happy to help deliver some excellent results for you.
Yeah, absolutely. And what you're getting is the login access to all these. You're not actually getting the entire quote mind map Jeff asked about. That's probably not a good idea for us to do anyways, because that's kind of giving away the structure. Even though there's still a lot to learn once you see the big old mind map of it, that's stuff that you need to learn in the courses, Jimmy's courses and all that. But we'll give you everything you need to be able to grow it if you want to later on.
Scott, do you want to talk to him about the nuclear fuel, because they were talking about if things get taken down or anything like that, or do you want to address that in a second?
Yeah. So we'll just touch on that briefly. We'll talk about it more later. But nuclear fuel is another product that we're offering, and that one we could probably accept 30 to 40 orders tonight, or for this month, and that is like a cheap. Well, it's cheaper up front, but it's more expensive in the long run because it's a recurring service. And what that does, we're actually going to add a free service on top of it, and that's a trust flow increase. It just increases your trust flow exponentially and very quickly. Where domain authority stacking, that's the one thing that you're kind of lacking unless you have some other tactics in place for your trust. You're not getting much trust flow. So this other product is a monthly payment, and it includes a free DAS stack that we're going to include in. It's a small mini stack. So it's not the full service, but it'll definitely, you'll see a huge increase just with that alone, that service alone. We'll talk more about that later. But so what does all this equal? Well, this equals badassery, as Chris Morris might say.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. So DAS is like Chuck Norris. It's just badass. And there's nothing else out there that is really competing with this tactic at the moment. It's the buzz, the main buzz all around the world, not just in OMG, but all over the place in all the forums and threads because it works. I just decided to throw this up here because it's fun. So Google won't search for Chuck Norris when I try to search for him because it knows you don't find Chuck Norris, he finds you. So it didn't match any document. Suggestions, run before he finds you. Try a different person. Try someone less dangerous.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, gotta have a little bit of
The
silliness.
pages from Chuck's beard, very nice.
Yes, yes. All right, so right now I'm going to get into a little bit about how DAS saved my business, but to do that properly, I'm going to have to kind of start from the beginning. And this is kind of where I got started with SEO and websites and all that. This is about 2005, so about 10 years ago. This is just photos in Antarctica. I was still active duty at the time, and the South Pole there, licking the South Pole. I didn't actually touch my tongue on it. It was minus 50 that day, so I didn't think that was a very good idea. However, it was this time that I decided to build a website just for the heck of it through Yahoo Site Builder, which is crap, and learn about SEO. Bought a program called StomperNet. It's a CD disc series that supposedly taught you SEO, at least how it worked back in the day. So I played around with that, had a little bit of success, and then pretty much just kind of dropped it, just got out of the military and went a different way in my life and just kind of let it go. So that was my first taste of SEO back in the day, back when you could just over-optimize. The more optimization, the better. That's pretty much how it worked. So I get out of the military and then spent the next year and a half in general aviation doing custom avionics installs. I kind of see my face there behind one of those panels. The other picture is the after product after putting all those wires and everything back together. And the reason this is significant is because this company I worked for, everything was going great until about 2008, the big financial crisis in the U.S. and really, hit the world. All of a sudden, our clientele, who are private aircraft owners, stopped spending money on the aircraft, and business slowed. And so I'm coming into work every day, being paid for twiddling my thumbs because it was a salary kind of gig. So I told my boss I'm going to hook him up. He doesn't have a website at all. I used to play around with websites a few years prior and a little bit of SEO. So let me try to make it up. At least get you some sort of presence. So this is how I got my first client. This is probably in 2008, 2009, somewhere in there. So I built a website, again, Yahoo Site Builder. I didn't know anything about WordPress at the time, so it's an hideous site. But we got him ranking very quickly, and here we are, 7 years later or whatever, and it's still ranking. And he doesn't want to change the website, no matter how ugly it is, but he gets clients, it's still ranking, it's doing well. And then, so from there, I had to find a new job because even though I built his website and some more clients were coming in, it just wasn't enough to sustain it. So I had to find something else, and that's what brought me to Saudi Arabia. So I spent a year in Saudi Arabia working on an F-15 project, not doing anything with SEO or websites, period, nothing. I just basically maintained my previous employer's website, and that was all. So fast forward from there, I get hired from a different company, Sierra Nevada Corporation, and this, of course, civilian at this point. And that's kind of where I go back into SEO again. So there's just a couple pictures of my first deployment. The middle one is just me being silly. I actually took that rifle from one of the airmen. It's not too hard to do. And in the bottom right there, the Afghan kittens, killer kittens. I don't know if that's just one of their tactics to give us fleas or what. I don't know. But that deployment, I started getting back into SEO once again with another program I'm not going to mention here. But I started learning a little bit about WordPress, built a couple affiliate sites, had a little bit of success, and then the big bad Google animals started kicking my butt, and everything just disappeared. So that's when I was, after hundreds and hundreds of hours put into the stuff, made a few dollars, and then gone. I'm like, screw this, I'm done. So I just kind of went on with my life, and I was single at the time, just enjoying every bit of it. I just had to throw this in here. These are the real badasses. These are the guys I actually supported when I was over there, part of an intelligence surveillance operation, and we gave these guys real-time intel and surveillance that they needed to do their job while they're on the ground. It's just a couple pictures, some Ranger snipers up there and some SEALs down below. So, a couple of deployments later, just having a good time. The best, most fun you can have working you know, 7 days a week, 13, 14 hours a day.
So your world looks a little bit different than I remember it.
I know, right? You like that? So that right there is what we call poo pond. Anybody who on this webinar has been to Kandahar definitely knows what poo pond is. It's exactly like it sounds. It's a huge lake full of feces and chemicals and all that kind of stuff. And that biohazard sign there is actually real. That one is a real sign. Other people are being silly with the SeaWorld sign, which is pretty cool. The whole place just smells horrible. So it's not just that you're getting, you know, rocket attacks and occasional, you know, car bombs and this and that. It was just dirty, nasty, stinky. So Chris and I, as one of my coworkers, decided just be silly and get a nice picture out there one day with a couple of non-alcoholic beers, because, well, that's all you can have over there. Up top, that's one of the aircrafts I worked as a drone, and we had a little bit of fun. We actually built a Frisbee golf course around there. So for the next couple of years over in Afghanistan, I basically just worked my butt off, you know, and hung out with my team, and I had the best time we could. But then I met this young lady. We started dating. Her name is Morgan, and things obviously got pretty serious pretty quick. The top left corner there, that's the day or the week I proposed, and then the bottom right, of course, is one of our wedding pictures. And I told her, we're not. I'm not going to marry you until you've dealt with 2 deployments, because it's not easy, you know, being the spouse left behind, or, you know, girlfriend or whatever. So when she was my girlfriend, I went on 2 deployments while we dated, 4 months each, and she just handled like a rock star. So we got married. And then here's just another couple pictures of deployments, kind of what it's like. That top picture, it's a 6x12 room with 3 guys living in there. So really, whatever doesn't fit under your twin-size bunk, you can't have it in there. So it's not the greatest conditions, but again, we still like to have fun. Along with that tricycle, I have no idea where it came from.
That's actually my bike. Scott just sold bike for my bike.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. We just found this in the corner of a hangar one day. It was awesome. Bottom right is just an.
Are you guys there? This is Mike Long.
Oh,
Hey,
Mike.
Mr.
Hey,
Mike
buddy.
Long.
Hey guys. Hey, I'm playing hooky from another webinar that we're doing right now. But I wanted to say, you know, I wanted to put the word out that I'm glad you guys are doing this event. And that, by the way, that is my bike. And I want it back.
I promise I'll return it someday.
No, I see that you guys are in good hands here. I'm just I want to put the word out that I'm glad that you guys are doing this. I know you sat down with Jimmy and you know, worked things over and so forth. I'm glad you're doing this event, putting the word out about DAS is very, very powerful. You know, regardless of what everybody does on this event, you know, whether you're able to jump in with Scott and Stephen for their DFYDAS or not, I hope everyone here can really make a solid commitment to understand and focus in on this DAS stuff. Very powerful. I believe that everyone who's on this event at least has access to Greg's tremendous training module that he put in to your NHB members area on DAS. And of course, clearly I endorse Scott and Stephen both personally and from a standpoint of business, and I know that they know their stuff when it comes to this stuff. But anyways, no, I mean, this is exciting stuff. It's an exciting time to be around. Right now we're on a webinar with Mike Swanson, and it really just blows my mind. You know, I got a little perspective on things. Just what we have at our disposal with the power of the real Google search engines, and with DAS, we're really taking things to the next level. So I want to appreciate you guys for jumping in here and not just inspiring people, but also inspiring them in a direction. I can't see the question box, but I see we have a lot of people live right now. I hope everybody can really firmly commit to really taking DAS seriously and making it part of your 2015 plans for money getting.
Yeah, absolutely. And first of all, Mike, thank you for gracing us with your presence. We're definitely honored. And Mike Swanson, he's an awesome, great dude. So tell him we said hello. And yes, this is huge. DAS, we recommend everybody at least learn it. Do it yourself if you want to learn it and do it yourself. We 100% recommend that. But then we'll also help those who either get that huge client at $4,000 a month or more out of nowhere, and they're like, oh crap.
Brand new.
Let's,
got a brand new $5,000 per month earnings report, like right as I was jumping on this event. It's
awesome.
Crazy. It was somebody who just jumped in, and he was funny because he's like, I don't know how I'm going to fulfill it, but I know you guys will tell me how.
That's the perfect example right there, because now that individual, at least when it comes to the DAS stuff, can come to us, pay that one-time fee. And that one-time fee is nothing because now he's making $5,000 a month every month. And as long as he can make that client happy, he or she, then it's totally worth it. And those are the that's what this program's for.
Well, absolutely. Anyways, guys, I gotta jump off, but again, I definitely endorse Scott and Steven, and hopefully everyone on this event. I can't see the question box, but please give me a number one if you can really commit to being serious about DAS and getting it down and making it a part of your 2015 money getting plans. It's really going to give you so much more power with your SEO. I've been watching, ever since Jimmy Kelley, cracked open the vault, the incredible vault of his mind. I started working with him as we started preparing for the first OMG Live Nashville of 2013, and he started letting the cat out of the bag to me on DAS and the power of leveraging trust in your business. And I mean, it was hard for me and Greg to even wrap our minds around it, but now as we've gotten deeper and deeper into it, it's so powerful, and this is just such a valuable event. No matter what, I'm glad to see so many OMGers on because to me, it's a signal to your commitment to making DAS a part of your 2015 plan, for your rankings and everything. So I think it's just very powerful, and I just want to appreciate you guys for doing this event. God bless you guys.
Thanks, Mike. Have a good night. All right, lots of ones and lots of booms. That's good. I like that. So fast forward. I'm going to try to go through this real quick. So this last June, not this last June, year and a half ago, so 2013, the wife, we find out she has cancer. And that's 2 weeks before my deployment on July 5th. So we set up scheduled surgery in August. Of course, I'll be gone for it, but we wanted to make sure she was taken care of. Well, 12 hours before I deployed, so 2 weeks later, 12 hours before I deployed, we found out she was pregnant with this little dude. And that's when things changed, and that's when I joined OMG. Because I was in Afghanistan, I thought, you know what, I can't be doing this anymore. I can't be traveling. I got to do something real to protect my family. And so that's where I hunkered down September of 2013, started doing, learning everything, PBNs, all that good stuff. Went to the first live event in November because in that almost 10-month trip to Afghanistan, I actually had one trip home for a month. I got 1 month home, which is awesome, but it just happened to land during live, and the wife so generously let me go, even though she was very pregnant. So I left again, came back, and about 2 weeks before the birth of this little dude, this is Grayson, and at that point, I was up to about probably $12,000 a month in clients. It took me a little over 3 months to get my first $4,000 a month client. And it was shortly after that, the birth of him, that Mike called me one day, who you just heard, of course, and said, hey, man, you need to quit your job. You need to take care of your family, because I was planning on going on one more deployment. And I'm glad I listened to him. So from there, I was able to grow up to about $20,000 a month in recurring residual income, so I could take care of my family. And that's at the same time that Grayson came around, I met this dude. Or I didn't meet this dude, but this is Steven. We've known each other for a long time, since we were about 14. And his lovely wife, Jane, here. But he saw the success I was having and wanted to help out his family too, and start learning this stuff.
That is not my normal facial hair.
It sure it is. Come on now. I had to include it, pal. I had to include it.
Yeah.
I thought it was so sexy.
Okay. It is very sexy. The ladies love it.
So I started coaching Steven at that time. This is last spring, so almost a year ago. And he just dug in deep and just started kicking some butt, spending hours and hours and hours. And he already had a son at this point, with another one on the way. And he just did everything he could to dig in deep. And during that time, I ended up spending all the summer just enjoying Colorado and my family for once. I really didn't work much this summer at all, maintain the clients I had. But what an amazing feeling to have, a wonderful income of, over $200,000 a year, when you average it out. With very little work involved. So I spent the summer just enjoying life and my family, while Steven was busting it in the DAS world and learning DAS. So now here's Steven's little family here, and he obviously wants to take care of his family as well, which is why he just works so hard. And here we are all together. Minus the wife, so my kids and his. But it's all about giving, and that's what I'm trying to get across is givers gain. The more you give, actually, the more you gain. It really is true, but give from the heart. And we're creating this DAS product because we want to see other businesses grow. So throughout the course of the summer, when I wasn't doing a whole lot, I had a few drops in rankings. Nothing huge, but two of my big money sites dropped to the middle or kind of in the middle of the page one, a little lower than that. And Steve immediately jumped on it, and I hired him to do my DAS because he's just started rocking it. And within a month, both of those huge money sites solid back at one and haven't moved since then, which made my clients extremely happy. And then I had another client, big law firm, very, very tough niche, that I got up to page 4 and 5 really quickly, but then over the next 6 months, they were paying me monthly and couldn't budge past that page 6. PBNs and social signals and on-page optimization just wasn't working. And so I asked Steven to help me out with DAS. So I paid him to make a big DAS stack for me. And within a month and a half, they jumped right up to page 2. And it's only been a month and a half now. We expect them to be page 1 probably here any day now. I actually keep checking every day. That's just how powerful DAS is. I mean, after 6 months of nothing, and then a month after DAS was implemented, using the correct methods, it started jumping again, and it's pretty exciting. So it's basically, he helped save my business with DAS alone, while I could continue with my family and trying to expand other businesses. I have some other stuff going on right now that I won't get into. So now I'm going to let Steve take this back over, talk about some of his results.
All right, thanks, Scotty. Appreciate it. So when I first started with SEO and OMG, like I had some previous experience with SEO a long time ago when I owned an insurance agency. Back in about 2008, 2009 was my first venture in SEO. I didn't do anything for the past 6-7 years or so. So it was a very limited experience with SEO until I joined OMG about a year ago. So when I first launched my city SEO site, a lot of us have our own SEOs, whether it's branded or it's your city, SEO.com. And I started it out, and I unfortunately didn't follow all of Greg Morrison's advice as far as picking up great PBNs. Some of my metrics weren't that great, but that was basically what I could afford at the time, what my wife would let me afford, taking out of our regular income stream. So my old trust flow, if Scotty, I'm not sure if you see that red arrow where it says my whole site used to have a trust flow of 4.
Yeah.
So it was basically like it had high DA, high PA, right? The DA on the site was 40, page authority was 47. So metrically, I had strong metrics, right? The site ranked well. Then it dropped down to number 4. I mean, I rank for like my state, like in the top 3 for the largest city in my state. I'm number 1. And I started dropping a little bit, and I was like, what the heck is going on? I really couldn't figure it out. I'm like, I'm throwing, more powerful PBNs at it. And finally I was like, you know what? I really need to pay attention to my Majestic information. So I really, really dug deep into the Majestic and figured out what the heck trust flow and citation flow really meant. And so I went through the One Feed course through Network Empire, and then also did the DAS course in addition to having done the director's cut version of DAS as well. So through doing DAS and the One Feed system, I've been able to increase the trust flow of my site to 33. So having this a trust flow greater than your citation flow, I mean, those are big. So, and that's strictly off of the DAS and the One Feed system. Those two work hand in hand. So
yeah, it took you a couple months to get there, a few months, and that's where our nuclear fuel product, as little as a couple weeks can get you there. Which
right.
Is,
yeah. Thank you.
Incredible.
Thanks for bringing that up. Yeah, that 4 to 33 took me like about 3 or 4 months. In this nuclear fuel package that we have, it's you can see a jump like that in a month. So it's pretty drastic. What took 3 or 4 months to do, and it was done well. I did it right, but it was it's doing it the harder way. The nuclear fuel package we have it's ridiculous. It's trust flow on with a nuclear bomb attached to it. So real quick, just I got some new views from my personal injury lawyer site. The other stuff isn't really important, but the personal injury lawyer site, I did a DAS stack to the Facebook page for the largest city in my state, and it went from not even indexed. It wasn't even the top 100. I'm sorry, 9. It wasn't in the top 100. Today I checked the rankings. It was number 18. So from not even the top 100 to 18, just overnight. So I mean, that's the power of DAS when it's done properly with the proper amount of time. So that's really all I have to show you.
And those views, of course, came from all those profiles that we're building. So these profiles aren't just giving you some power to rank, but they're actually putting your product, your client's product out there in the world, and can increase traffic.
Right. Yeah, you're going to get actual real people that are looking through these social network profiles, and they're going to stumble onto your stuff whether they need it or not. You're getting actual real traffic, which does help. It's not like, you know, bots that are crawling. You're getting actual clicks and on page clicks. So this site, this is for, you know, the city DUI lawyer, and I apologize for not leaving that stuff out. But I'm just trying to protect this site because it is rented by an attorney, so it is my asset, but it is also they depend on it for part of their livelihood. So this site has been DAS stacked and run through the One Feed system, and then unfortunately in the red ink it doesn't show that well. But this site was also built using less than stellar PBNs that I had. Kind of the same situation. I was about number 4 for this large city, and I really couldn't budge. I'd move it up to number 1 for a tiny bit, and then an update would come, and then I'd move back down. And once I properly implemented DAS and the One Feed system, and then I did the what we're calling the nuclear fuel package, it shot up to number 1 and has not moved. So we're very, very happy with the results, and so is the attorney. The amount of calls he's getting. He actually just got a call a little while ago for a $7,000 fourth DUI, so fourth offense. So those are good clients for him to pick up. Obviously, the guy should stop drinking and driving that calls him, but you know, for him to pay me a couple $1,000s a month to pick up, you know, a $7,000 client from one phone call is definitely beneficial. And so again, this is my asset that I built up over the past 6 months or so, and it does very well, mainly just from the trust flow stuff.
So yeah, that's pretty powerful stuff. So that's why we do it. I mean, why do we use DAS? Because it works. That's all there is to it. And it's not us telling you. You guys already know that. Jimmy's told you. Everybody, it works. So now there's a couple of people I just want to bring on real quick. And actually, I didn't promise this at the beginning, but if we get this done in an hour or less, this webinar is free. So I'm going to try to stick to that promise there. We don't want to charge you to be here, obviously. So we're going to get this moving quick. I'm going to bring on somebody quite a few of you know, Jamal. I'm going to bring him on. You there, Jamal? Hello, Jamal.
Mr. Feel the Real, are you there?
I think he just muted himself, actually. Oh, maybe not. You there, Jamal?
I mean, hello.
Hey, there you are.
I'm here. Can you guys hear me?
We can.
Yeah, we got you good, man. So,
how's it going?
What do you think about DAS, buddy?
Man, I think DAS is definitely the next level. You know, when it comes to not only powering up your money sites, but your PBNs as well. You know, it allows us to, for people that, you know, really want to get started and don't have, you know, many resources and don't want to buy many PBNs, you know, they can, you know, buy a set of PBNs and really power them up, you know, and see those results, you know, on their site. And they can rank with DAS alone. So, you know, even with that, you know, I just see it being a real powerful strategy moving forward for sure.
Not that you would know anything about power. I mean, you're only bringing in what, like 70 grand a month or something at least. I mean.
Yeah. This is definitely gonna take things to the next level, especially with doing them on all the money sites, you know, and doing them on client sites. It's just gonna take everything to the next level.
Absolutely.
Sure.
But it's time consuming, though, isn't it?
Yeah, it's definitely time consuming. So, you know, if you don't have the time, you know, I really think you should go with these guys' service because Scott and Steven, they definitely know what they're doing on there, you know, as far as their processes. And, you know, like Steven said, he's been working on it for a while. So I'm pretty sure these guys got it, you know, tight and on the rope with DAS. So I'm definitely looking to get in their service for sure.
Awesome, thanks, buddy. Yeah, that's so Jamal's a perfect example. He's growing a huge business. I mean, he's just killing it, and to continue getting new clients, he has to outsource some of the stuff. He just doesn't have time to do DAS himself, and so he's an example of where we come in for those big players who are just killing it out there and just has tons of clients. They have no problem just dropping a little bit of cash to get it done, so they can focus their energy on what's important, which is more client getting and taking care of the clients they do have. So thanks, Jamal. Appreciate it, bud.
Thanks, Jamal.
No problem. No problem, guys.
All right, I'm going to bring on another guy here real quick. Where is he? Yeah, there he is. Mr. Gregory Ortiz. I'm trying to get you on here. There you are. You here?
Yeah, can you?
Barely. Try again.
Hello?
Yeah, we got you a little bit. We got you a little bit. Go ahead. I think a few people in here know who you are, but just introduce yourself and what you think about all this.
Sure. So for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm in OMG as well. I'm also a part of SourceWave. I've been doing SEO about 8 months now, and I've been using DAS for about 4 months myself. And as many of you know, I'm really, really big on PBNs. So there have been many sites where I'll use a PBN to try to rank, but I can't get past like maybe that 5th spot or that 4th spot. And that's where DAS comes in, and I've personally used it many, many times to be able to just jump up to either the 1st or the 2nd spot. It kind of helps give that extra push that sometimes your PBNs can't. Plus, I've also experimented with using DAS itself to be able to boost up my PBN, so that way everything is just more powerful in the first place. And just working firsthand with Scott and Steven, I know they definitely know exactly what they're doing with it. I've kind of gotten a behind-the-scenes look at the service, and it's absolutely incredible. For someone myself, like many of you do use my services for PBNs, I can definitely recommend using their service for DAS in the first place, simply because I know it's definitely going to boost up anything that you have issues with in the first place.
And that's what's awesome about this community. There's so many avenues of kids just getting this done and killing it. Gregory Ortiz has an incredible PBN package that he creates for you. So it's done for you PBNs. So anybody out there who you get that new client, let's say again that $4,000 client, more whatever it might be, and you're new and you just need to get the ground rolling. Well, you contact Gregory, get some PBNs. Contact us, get a DAS stack going for that client, and then boom, instantly. You're starting to get some real flow going. That way you can focus on your on-page optimization or more client getting, whatever it might be. So it's just another awesome service. And also I saw Mike Hayden in the group. I don't know if he's still here. And that's, just to really round it out, Mike is one of the superstars when it comes to websites, the design, the building, the on-page optimization, all that good stuff. And he has a wonderful product that teaches all that. So we just, really highly recommend going out to these different sources and just, learning it for yourself. Obviously, that's hugely important. But when you need that extra little push, like we mentioned, then, here we are. That's what we're here for. Just trying to give back to you guys. I used to, support special operations units, and now, I'm supporting rest of OMGers and any other SEOs out there that just need that extra push. That's what we're here for. We're here to do that for you.
I just wanted to add in really quickly. Anyone on this webinar and actually does get your guys' service, anyone who does purchase the service through you guys, they'll be able to get a discount on my PBN service, specifically because they were able to purchase DAS through you guys, just because I support it and I know how beneficial it's going to be, and I know how much the results are going to grow exponentially. So.
Wow, man, that's awesome.
Yeah, you'll be able to get a discount on it. Just obviously. Touch base with myself, and of course I'll touch base with Scott just to ensure that you did purchase the DAS service, and then I'll be able to give you a discount on it.
Wow, that's really cool, Gregory. Thanks, buddy. That's really
Gregory.
generous.
That's
So
great.
everybody heard that. Gregory has an awesome PBN service. So if you happen to purchase any of the products through our DAS product, get a hold of Gregory, tell him, he'll verify, and he'll give you an awesome discount on his service as well. So just one last person I want to bring on really quick, because he's the perfect example of somebody who knows his time and the value of his time and what he should be doing. You there, Jason?
Yeah, yes I am. How's everything, guys?
Mr. Berkowitz, good, buddy. How are you?
Doing great. Doing great. A little cold out here, but aside from that, yeah, everything's going well.
Excellent, brother. Excellent. So you are one of our first clients before we even launched this product. It was a little while back, but you know DAS. So why did you come to us?
Well, I've been doing DAS for probably close to a year now, ever since Network Empire first released training on it. I have been using DAS, and a few weeks ago, Scott and I, we were talking, and I was telling you that, yeah, DAS is awesome. It just takes so damn long to do. I was doing one cluster, and an hour went by, and I realized that my whole day was ruined. I had so many things to do, and I couldn't do anything else just because I spent 1 hour doing one cluster. DAS works so well, and, you want to make sure it gets done right, so the time needs to be put into it. Now, again, why spend time on one thing when you can spend time on many things? Trying to get more clients, doing other things to rank your clients, whatever it is. Going to a trusted source that knows DAS very efficiently is probably the best bet, and that's what immediately attracted me to go into Scott and Steven's product.
Yeah, exactly. That's just just perfect example of even somebody who's pretty much mastered it himself, and I can vouch for Jason. He knows his stuff. But hey, you know what? When you're spending all your days trying to build a stack for one client instead of getting 3 more, well, really, where is your time and time money balance right there? Time money getting balance.
Absolutely, absolutely. It definitely makes life a lot easier when you're running your business.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thanks for coming on, buddy. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
That's why this product is for the new guy who just gets that big client, or the seasoned veterans like yourself who just needs more time in the day. So that's what we're here for.
Thanks, Jason. Appreciate you coming on, man.
So just real quick, I just want to get a response from everybody in here. Just give me a 1 if you actually are implementing DAS at this time. I'm just kind of curious to see who is doing it themselves. Okay, we got a few. Very cool. Oh yeah, quite a few. Wow. Excellent. Excellent. That's awesome. So yeah, this is important stuff. I'm glad you guys realize how awesome it is. And I know you're here for a reason. If you could do it yourself perfectly every time in a quick manner, you wouldn't be here. And that's so you're smart for checking this out and seeing how you can expand your own time. So that's really cool. All right, so now we are going to just take you to the sales page, show you what we have here, and get the ball rolling so we can get out of here and enjoy our evenings or mornings, depending on where you're at in the world, or go to bed if you're, I guess, in Europe
Eugene,
right
now. Thanks for staying up.
Yeah, we appreciate that, buddy. So let me bring up the page here. All right, so here we have our page. So you can go to DFYDAS. It is open right now for orders. Just a little description on kind of what it is, what we have, and just to reiterate, the importance. You're getting tens of thousands of dollars worth of backlinks. I mean, seriously, you really can't afford to buy DA PBNs with 80, 90, 100 DA and high PA. You just can't. So this is just absolutely worth its weight in gold. And of course, you're not paying tens of thousands of dollars or even monthly payments for that. So I'm going to show you. Oh, I like that. So Steve, explain this image right here.
Well, I love Iron Man, and I don't know. I can't really explain why I picked this one, but why do I care about DA, the domain authority, page authority, citation flow, trust flow? It's this is really supposed to be mind blowing. The first time you saw Iron Man, you're like, what the heck just happened, right? You see this, and it's more of what does DAS do for your business and for your client results? It gives you fabulous results, right? It's this
perpetual power.
Perpetual power, yeah. And that's I mean, DAS, when implemented correctly, and then especially if you decide to do what I'd call the arc reactor of rankings, which is our the nuclear fuel section. That's why I picked the Iron Man stuff, because the DAS system is a perpetual energy and self-sustaining device, and it can really just help you crush the competition. So, yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I love that. So here we go. We have discount right now for OMGers only. And really, actually, anybody on this webinar, because you're the ones that are getting it. Because I think there's a few people on here that are not OMGers. It might be a SourceWave or another group, which is fine. So what we want to give to you guys, since you're the first run, is 20% off your entire order with the coupon code. And I'm going to tell you that right now. Let's see if I can type it into the group what that code is. It's New Year's Domination. And I'm going to send it all here, so hopefully everybody sees that. New Year's Domination when you're at the checkout and ask for a coupon code. That's going to get you 20% off of everything. And that's for our DAS products that you purchase up front and pay off for all at once. We also have an installment option because it can be a little pricey for some people as they're getting started out. And that's 15% off, but it's split over 3 monthly payments. So that way it's a little less of a hit instantly. So we go down here and show you our packages. So what we have here is what we call DAS Nuke. DAS Nuke. It is our big package. It's normally $14.99, and that is a ridiculously massive, powerful package for your website. And yes, this is per website. that we're implementing this on.
Just to give you an idea, you're getting like 100 different high DA and PA unique profiles that are in this stack for DAS Nuke. So it's very, very time intensive on my end, but it's extremely powerful, and the stacks are really, like, I spent a lot of time developing them and thinking them over. So you're getting a lot of powerful stuff from that. And the stacks, by the way, they do get boosted up beyond where Scott's going to show you for the GSA Nuke. We do social signals. We do some of the Tumblr stacking that Jimmy's talked about in his other videos. So we're doing other methods inside of there to help create link juice and trust and power inside of there. So sorry, Scotty, I just had to throw that in there real quick.
No, that's perfect. Appreciate it. That's awesome. So here's the GSA Nuke add-on, and this is something we also went over with Jimmy, and he approves. It's safe. It's, GSA got to be careful with at times, because you can get a little carried away with it. James Upjohn, he's the man. He knows all that kind of stuff. So he's someone, if you want to get some good information about that, he can teach you that as well. So that's just something we add on there, and that, again, that's also 20% off with that coupon code. All that is. And then right next to it is we have what's called DOS Rocket, which is the medium-sized package. It's a little bit smaller, but still extremely powerful, and for maybe less competitive niches. This big one is for, like, attorneys and big cities. And roofers and all that, the really powerful or the really, really competitive stuff, where the DOS Rocket is something that also might be a great way to start with and just see where it takes you. And here's the GSA add-on. And with all DOS orders, just these Nuke or Rocket, we include free One Feed. Explain that real quick, Steve.
Okay, so the One Feed Supercharger plugin is not out yet, so we're not actually giving you a plugin, but we are doing is building a manual One Feed syndication system. So that is done manually. We go ahead and do that, and basically we build the machine and you feed it with content however you see fit, and it's going to go out and and really help the trust flow and help create backlinks, and it's very, very powerful. If you've never done the One Feed system, you are definitely missing out. So this is a huge value. We're going to be pricing it normally in the $199 range, because there's a lot of value in it. But in addition to the coupon codes, we really want to show some love to you guys for sitting on a call with us starting at 8 o'clock or 1 a.m. wherever you're at. So
wherever you're at in the world. So it's a little time consuming as well, and it's not cheap, but we want to just add on that extra little bit for you guys. We'll probably be taking that off for future releases, but for right now, for everybody on this, we want to let you know we're trying to give the full package, that we get the full results, trust flow, everything. And as Steve mentioned earlier, the One Feed, was it Supercharger? Is that right, Steve?
Yeah, there's a One Feed Supercharger
Network Empire
coming out from Network Empire, yeah, which is going to be awesome. I know quite a bit about it, and it's going to be killer.
So yeah, keep your eyes open for that from Network Empire, and we highly recommend heading over there and purchasing that once it comes out. That's going to be extremely powerful. But in the meantime, we'll help you set up a One Feed type system. It's not, again, a plugin. It's just a system that we're using. So here we have SEO Nuclear Fuel. This is popular because it's just a little less money to get into, and you get faster results. Again, this is mostly for trust flow building, but you're also going to get a little bit of power because we're adding on a DAS stack to that. It's going to be a small one. It's just we call a mini stack, but you're still going to get some power from that. It's going to be implemented correctly, and then this nuclear fuel is just going to really help your trust flow just go through the roof. And this also is 20% off with that coupon code. And this we can take a bunch of orders on. Up here, we can only take 20, combined. Just FYI. So, anything you want to say about that, Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, just for future webinars, the 20% is not going to be. Yeah, thank you. The nuclear fuel is like this. That's exactly what it's like. It's like a huge blast, can knock your competition out. But yeah, if we're watching any recordings or anything like that, it will be going back to its original price after the launch. So
yeah, absolutely, and it's going to sell out here probably in the next few minutes to an hour, anyways. So that's pretty much our program. I'm going to look at a couple questions here real quick. What do you need to provide us for purchasing package? Well, Stephen will once you purchase, will email you personally, and then ask for certain things depending on which package you get. The nuclear fuel package, we don't need a whole lot. We need your money site URL, and then we're going to do some research. And maybe if you already have a really awesome, let's say 2.0 properly, Weebly, or I don't know, throw out a few, Steve.
Facebook, Tumblr, anything that's got good metrics, hasn't been spammed out, got pretty good clean linking structure. And if you don't, then we can just
We'll build one.
then we'll build part of that as part of the mini stack, and we'll really increase the that trust and that power to that mini stack, and then to your money site as well. So you're going to see some pretty crazy metrics. And so what we're going to be doing is taking screenshots, especially for the nuclear fuel stuff, and be able to show you the results. And it's very, very powerful. We're especially proud of all the products that we're offering, but the nuclear fuel stuff is it's like the arc reactor. It's like it's an atom bomb from space.
Yeah, absolutely. It's excellent. It's especially for high competitive niches that are out there. And this is, again, it's not going directly to your money site. I know I had a couple of questions over the week about that. This is actually going to a different property. It's filtered through just for extra safety, because who knows what's going to happen in the future. We never know what Google's going to do.
And just so you know, guys, like this nuclear fuel stuff alone can rank you with that mini stack for certain keywords. Like obviously the whole DAS stack is recommended. But if you're a little bit stuck and you're like, you know what, got a client I really need to push it through, do a DAS stack, do the nuclear fuel, especially if you do it now, because you're going to get, I don't know, Scott, is it the lifetime? I really don't know the answer to this. Is it lifetime 20% discount?
Yes. Yeah, for anybody who purchases it from here, it'll be lifetime 20% discount. And
for the nuclear fuel, for the nuclear fuel, because it's subscription based. So I just want to make sure we're clear on that. Okay.
Yeah, it's for as long as you want it to run. You can cancel it any time, of course. If you see your trust flow just go through the roof, you're ranking, you're happy, you can cancel it over time. It'll probably start decreasing a little bit, but if it decreases too much, after a few months, I would probably guess it'd take a while to really drop significantly once it's up there. However, you can always come back, so that's not a problem.
So,
and if you're the original purchaser, we'll honor that 20% off. You just have to remind us and let us know that you were originally with it. Yes, most of our domains, our tier 1 domains and so forth, are US based, but I think there's a few that aren't. Are there any other ones in there, Steve? This is coming from questions from England and Australia in particular.
All right, okay. So yeah, most of them are US based, but I can definitely do crawl through the Moz top 500 and see if I can find some more. I've got a couple UK ones based in there already, but if you've got any specifics, like I don't mind kind of digging in a little bit. And finding some stuff that's a little bit more related to the area you're in, so that's fine. I actually enjoy the digging. In my job, I'm a medical sales rep in my day job, so I'm talking to doctors all day long, and that's not really my favorite thing. I like the I like the learning, and I like the exploring on the site. So yeah, if you got any specifics that you need, let me know, and I'll be happy to dig into it for you.
We got a question. Instead of canceling it, just switch it to another URL instead. Actually, what we'd probably do is just cancel that particular one and then just start fresh. Actually, no, I take that back. We won't even cancel it. No, that's fine. That's
exactly
fine.
Right. You're going to just switch the URL.
Yeah, we'll switch the URL out.
Yeah, so example, if you got a client that cancels on you and you're like, you know what, I want to save the $100, just move it to another client. That's totally fine. We get it. $100 saving is $100. I get it.
Yeah, so here we are. They're sitting there. They're ready to go to, and again, there's installment plans for DOS Nuke and DOS Rocket. Everything else is all at once. So if you take an installment plan too, I just need to put this out there just so you guys don't get confused. Click the installment plan, go through the payment process, and then come back and get any add-ons you want. I had to do a different method to make it work properly, so that we made sure we could take care of you guys. I was up all night a couple nights ago trying to get that sucker figured out. Let's see if we see any couple more questions. No. Somebody's asking to talk more about GSA Nuke. Just mention how you're implementing GSA there, Steve.
Okay, so GSA right now, right now we're typically staying at the tier 3, sometimes tier 4. Jimmy's mentioned like occasion tier 2. Don't do it though, especially if you're going to do it yourself. Like I'm sticking tier 3 or tier 4, and they're targeted. They're specific things that we've learned and we've dug into on where to send the links and how to send the links. That make it a lot safer than strictly going right to like a obviously not the money page, but even to like the regular page. So there's a right way and there's a wrong way to do it, and we've talked to, I mean, Scott and I were on a private webinar with Jimmy Kelley, getting the approval for DFYDAS, to get Network Empire endorsed. So we do have that, but he took a look at it and said, here's the way we want to make sure it's done. Do it that way. So yeah, the GSA Nuke and the GSA Rocket, those are add-ons for obviously the DAS Nuke and then the DAS Rocket.
Yep, excellent. And again, yeah, nowhere near your money page, your money site. It's safe. It's back a ways. It's just to power up everything else that's powering up your money site.
Right. Yeah, you're going to tier 4 or tier 3, and then it's passing, and it's kind of like passing on the power and the trust. So it's not really necessarily a trust play with the DAS, because you've got innate trust, and it's kind of scraping as you're going from tiers 4, 3 to 2 to 1 to the money site. You want to make sure you're pumping some power in there too, which a lot of those social signals count as backlinks and the Tumblr stacks. But the GSA Nuke, there's definitely a power play that happens there. So.
And you just see quicker rankings. We've seen rankings in as little as a month and a half, but your ultimate rankings are going to be seen in 3 to 5 month period. It's just over time. It's just you're just going to see more and more results, and we make sure we don't do everything all at once one day. This is spread out over a few weeks of add-ons and DAS stacking and all that kind of stuff to make everything look a lot more natural. And to answer Brian Hong's question, yes, Brian, that's fine. Let's see. How many properties, Steve? Some people are asking that. That's important, between the medium and the big.
So the DAS Nuke, we're at about 97 right now that I've kind of whittled down, and then the DAS Rocket, we're at about 60 to 70, depending on where the domain authority of the sites that we're playing with right now. So you're definitely getting more from the DAS Nuke. You're getting a couple more clusters out of there and more power. So in that range we're talking about. So around 100. I got like 97 in my stuff that I'm playing with right now for that build out, and then the DAS Rocket is right around 60 to 70, somewhere around there.
Yes, and also, Brian, do you have bulk rate discounts? No, sir, not at this point. I mean, we can only handle so many, so we don't want to just give one person all 20 properties and then nobody else gets to share in the experience of domination. So no, we're for now it's just. I mean, you can purchase a couple if you want, but there's no bulk rates for buying a whole lot. We just want to make sure we can help as many people as possible. And this will come back out in a month or so. Whenever we feel like we can take on some more clients, we're going to email everybody. Also put something out on Facebook, let you know, hey, we have some spots. Check out the page.
And if you do have needs as we get our processes streamlined, then we can obviously contact us, and if there's something that we can do, we'd have to deal with it on a case-by-case basis. But we definitely want to make sure we can help everyone to the best of our abilities and make it financially within everyone's reach, especially if you're doing a lot of orders. So yeah, correct.
And one DAS campaign that you're buying right here, that's for your whole site. It's not just for a certain page or anything. It's your whole site. And there's a couple pages in particular, internal pages you want some of this power to go to. That's fine. Just let us know. We'll work with you on that. This isn't just this is like Burger King. You can have it your way for the most part.
That's right. Yeah, a couple things that we'll ask for you when I email you after the order will be like, what's the website, what are the pages that you really want to rank for, some of the keywords, and then like your tier ones, your high DA social properties that you've got. So a couple other things, but pretty much that.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot that you need to give us. Again, we want to make this as easy and simple for you guys as possible, and all the work is on us so that you guys can spend your time getting more clients and growing your businesses. And is it necessary to add GSA Nuke? Well, it'll speed things up, most definitely. But isn't necessary? Well, nothing's necessary, but you're going to see faster results with the GSA Nuke added onto it, or GSA Rocket. So just a little FYI there. Let's see, anything else here? I can't add to cart. Well, maybe we're already sold out. Let's see, that was Brian that was asking that. So we'll have to check that out. Everything was working beforehand. Everything was going great. So I'll check that out. We had a certain number already on these products, so that once we hit that max number, it's too late. It's already sold out. So
I don't think we've sold out quite yet, but yeah, I don't know if you want to take a look, Scotty.
All right, I'll take a look. So as soon as we end this webinar, I'll go ahead and take a look and see what that is. Which one, Brian? If you can put that in there. And no, GSA. One question: GSA versus DAS. It's not one or the other. We're not going to submit a GSA campaign just for whatever. It's an add-on to the DAS Rocket or DAS Nuke.
Right. Yeah, Scott. If you scroll up a little bit on the page, there's a please note section. Yeah, it says please note GSA is not a standalone order. Scroll down.
Where's it at?
Scroll down.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah, please note, GSA is not a standalone order. It must be ordered with a DAS stack, either Nuke or Rocket. Then one fee is set up free currently with the order of a DAS stack, either Nuke or Rocket, and a mini stack if you order the nuclear fuel. And I've got my column text in there. Need to clean that up.
Did you clear that up, Brian? I'm trying to look at your. You put the coupon code. For if you pay all at once, the coupon code is done at the Chubby Cart. You're going to see that. It's in the cart area, not the checkout, but the cart area. So just add it there. If you're clicking the installment plan, the 15% off is automatically added. It's already there, so you don't have to add a coupon code for the installment plan. Just FYI there. Let me actually do an example here to show you guys where to put that. So I'm going to go ahead and click Buy Now here. Sure, we'll take it all. Add to cart. Oh, that's not working. Is that what you're talking about, Brian? Says it's still in stock. Let's see what we got here. We already had a few pre-orders from a couple people so that we could get this, all the kinks worked out, and everything worked great. So not sure what's going on right now, but as soon as we get off this, we'll take care of it. So stand by there, see if it's just that one product. Awesome. That's why we love live webinars, though. It makes it more fun.
Live
Webbies. Live Webbies. Let's see. At least we didn't get kicked off, though. GoToWebinar does that sometimes. Yeah, it looks like it's some sort of internal issue. Oh, wait, that one went. All right, so let me be my cart. Okay, so that one went through. For some reason, the other ones didn't. I'm not sure. But anyways, here's a good example. Once we get that worked out, and maybe it is out of stock already, and it's just not updating on the page saying it says in stock. We'll check that out too. But right here, coupon code. Just enter your New Year's domination right there. Bam. So apply coupon. And actually, it looks like you guys are getting a really killer deal on this Nuke fuel because it's already listed at $3.99 a month. It was supposed to be $4.99. Let's see. Let's see if that actually worked. Proceed to checkout. There's all my information. I'll go past that. Let's see. So actually, you guys are getting a killer deal. Well, you know, this is a glitch that's in there, but hey, we'll honor it. That's okay. Not a big deal. So for right now, at least the first month is going to be $3.19, and then $3.99 a month thereafter, because that's how it's set up, as you can see right here. So that's some sort of glitch I didn't catch.
That
but
is
hey,
a true glitch. We did not catch
that. It's in your favor. So hey, there you go. But here's your coupon code. So it went through. But if there's no more questions, we're going to end the webinar and check out why a couple of those didn't seem to work. So.
And then Scotty, how do you want to contact people if they have any issues? Do you want to like post it in the group or something like that? If we still have open orders, or
yeah, we'll check out. We'll once we get off this, we're going to check to see if just maybe we're sold out, and we'll let you guys know either way in the group, and we'll go from there. So just stand by. Should be something that's fixed in the next 10 to 15 minutes. I don't think it'll be a big deal since it worked earlier. So. But hey, thanks for coming. Thanks for attending. You guys are awesome. We are absolutely honored with all the other webinars going on tonight that you are here. So you have a great night, and we're looking forward to seeing your businesses skyrocket up. So say goodbye, Steve. Say whatever you want to say. We'll end this thing.
Goodbye, Steve.
All right. Goodbye, Steve. All right.
Thank you guys so much.
Thanks again. All right. Take care.